We're going to begin with opening remarks of 2 minutes each by each of our candidates. They're going to speak today in an order
On
that
October
was
21st,
determined
the
at
meeting room
random,
of the Talbot
by line.
County Free Library was filled to capacity with voters interested in hearing what the three candidates for Maryland's 1st Congressional District seat had to say. Incumbent Andy Harris, Jesse Colvin, and Jenica Martin took turns answering questions prepared by the forum's organizer, the League of Women's Voters, as well as questions submitted by the audience during the event. Moderator Pam Ortiz from Chestertown maintained order throughout the event, only occasionally having to remind the audience to remain quiet.
Hello, I'm here with Roger Sharp today at the 1st Congressional District Candidate Forum. Roger, did you come here today to help you decide who you were going to vote for?
No, I pretty much already decided who I want to vote for. I'm here to support Jesse Colvin.
And what do you hope to learn today?
Pardon me?
What do you hope to learn today?
Just to see how he stands out against Andy Harris, against the questions that are asked, that type of thing. I pretty much know what I'm going to do already with my vote, But,
As a voter, what issues are the most important to you?
well, a lot of the opioid addiction, for one thing, is a real big thing with me. And also the Chesapeake Bay means a lot. It means, jobs and everything else, and the way of life, They're two of the biggest interests with me in this whole thing, and just where it's going to go with the way politics are today. I like somebody that's bipartisan. I mean, his wife being a Republican, I think it's a great thing. Keep a marriage together that way and have children. This is great stuff, And I think this will stop some of the gridlock in Washington, where we can move on with things, and move forward and actually get things accomplished, Because it's strictly party line. I think it's a dead issue where we're stopping ourselves from progressing,
Okay, thank you.
Certainly.
Tom, did you come here today to help you decide who to vote for?
I did, and I'm specifically looking to see how each candidate expresses themselves and what they have to say about the importance of jobs for this district and representing this district versus larger political issues.
So, what do you hope to learn from the candidates today?
Specifically, I want to learn from Mr. Harris what he's done in the 8 years that he's been in Congress. I've spent most of my career as a lobbyist in Washington following Congress, and frankly, I've not been able to identify very much of what he's been able to do. So I want to learn today specifically what pieces of legislation he has sponsored, whether that legislation has ever gotten through a committee, and if it's passed the Congress. I pretty much know the answer, but I want to hear it from him. And I also want to hear what Jesse Colvin has to say. I've been impressed so far, but I'm very much interested in see how the candidates express themselves today in front of a larger audience with the election not very far away.
The candidates answered questions on a range of topics, and incumbent Harris and Mr. Colvin found much to disagree with, while Ms. Martin reflected a libertarian take on most issues.
We'll just do the soundbite fact check right up front because I know what my opponent's going to say. He's going to say I voted to repeal Obamacare 70 times. He knows it's not true. You go to the Congressional Research Service, you can get there, and this is the nonpartisan Congressional Research Organization. Their report, February 7, 2017. 20 of those votes actually were signed into law by President Obama. Okay? So just go read the whole story.
Dr. Harris, you're a doctor, sir. You should be a national leader on this issue. There should be a bill with your name on it every year that people from Montana to Maryland know. But you're not that kind of leader. You're the kind of guy who in state senate voted against screenings for colon cancer. The same guy who in state senate voted against chlamydia screening for pregnant women. Still the same guy who showed up his first day before you're sworn in Congress, sir, and demanded your own personal health care plan to kick in, even though you had run against taking it away from people in our district and have spent the last 8 years trying to take it away since.
First and foremost, not by chipping away at it, full repeal of the Affordable Care Act, full repeal. It is a redistribution of income. It needs to go. Market innovations have already taken hold when it comes to legislation. We have prepaid plans, group plans that have decreased the cost of health care. And we also have insurance companies that already offered guaranteed renewability.
Cecil TV will be covering this and other races affecting Cecil County throughout the remainder of the election period.